You are watching episode 6 of the Insurance Podcast.
No, I said it's true. I can feel the love. Can you feel it too? I can feel it all. I can feel it all. You know, I said it's true. I can feel the love. Can you feel it too? I can feel it all. I can feel it all. Yeah. You know, I said it's true. I can feel the love. Can you feel it too? I can feel it all. I can feel it all. I can feel the love, can you feel it too? I can feel it all.
Can you feel the love? Absolutely. Can you feel the love? We've been feeling the love. Genuinely, guys. Thank you very much from the likes and the shares and the comments and the LinkedIn messages and some of the Facebook messages and weird Instagram messages we've been getting from people that seem legit and some not so legit. Emails, subscribes, high fives. Thanks everybody for your support. It's amazing. I can't believe it that everyone's sort of helping and being involved so much. It's great. Thank you so much. I wanted to give a big shout out to a good mate of mine, Clippy. You know who you are, Clippy. After years of grinding and shaping his accountancy and taxation skills, this week he's broken his changes of employment and started his own accounting firm. I think he's given his notice at his company. I won't give the company name, but he's given his notice and he's gone out on his own. So congratulations, buddy. Looking forward to seeing your progress and everything that's happening. It's awesome watching. Watch how you unfold and your new business, pal. Love your work, mate. If you're like me, the intro to that podcast intro then was, if you're like me and you like Dwayne Johnson, the intro to that podcast just then was from an excerpt. I think it was season 2 of Ballers with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It's an HBO show. I've spotted it on Foxtel or Star, wherever you're located in Australia. If you haven't seen it, it's a show where Dwayne Johnson is an ex-football player for the Miami Dolphins, works in financial management type role, supporting his current players, trying to not let them blow all their cash that they've just been injected with. Sometimes they've gone from not a lot of cash with a lot of skills to a ton of cash, and they're blowing it left, right, and centre. So these guys are trying to help them from blowing all their cash while they're getting signed to D1 football in America. So yeah, good show. It's definitely, I think, aimed at the guys of the world, but yeah, I'm sure the ladies will enjoy it too. It's a great show. So everyone, welcome back, the Insurance Podcast. This is episode 6. Episode 6. We're ripping through these. If this is the first time you've tuned in, welcome and thanks for coming to watch the Insurance Podcast. We discuss different topics, all related to the insurance industry, based around the insurance industry, with topics and conversations in relation to things. We often have people write into us and ask questions. I try and answer them as best I can. Anytime I talk about something on the podcast, I'll definitely try and reference them down the bottom of the YouTube links. You'll see there, whether it's Insurance Business News or Insurance Business Mag or any of the references that we're using, maybe insurance references. You'll find all those links at the bottom of our videos. My name's Brad Dawson. This is my ugly mug you're forced to look at if you're watching these videos, so thanks for tuning in again today. I know it's painful, but thanks, guys. If you want to follow along with our social medias, Instagram is the first one. Instagram is at The Insurance Podcast. Facebook is at The Insurance Podcast Australia. Twitter, we're on Twitter now, is at The Insurance PC. And YouTube, if you just type just The Insurance Podcast, you'll find us on there. SoundCloud is soundcloud.com/The Insurance Podcast. I'll pop the link to all these up on the side here. Hope everyone's week's been good. It's been another one this week for the insurance industry. The company that I work with elsewhere, this company, it's not to do with this podcast, but we've just got back for some industry training. We had a professional development day earlier last week. Which was great. We saw some great insights for some different products that are available to the market now. as well as just an overview on claims, how insurers are trading, underwriter strengths. It was a good day. I've received some feedback about some of the content that some of the people have requested, that we talk about cyber security, cyber theft, and information technology. It's a topic that is not that easy to get your head around if you're not talking these things every day. So I'll do my best to sort of talk about it on like an entry sort of style level. I'll talk about some of the claims, what's happened in the industry, what increases or decreases the percentage of claims notifications we're seeing in the market. I'll try and keep the percentages and things and numbers down as much as I can, whilst still trying to talk about the topic as it is. Some of the references I'm going to use is what are they called? I had it in my head a second ago. Emergence Insurance. Emergence Insurance recently did a webinar which had a huge turnout, as I understand, which is some really great insight into some of the issues that anybody that has a computer or a business with a computer is facing. We recently read a report in conjunction with this from the Office of the Australian Information Commission, or OAIC, in relation to their notifiable data breaches, or NDB. Scheme had received almost 1,000 notifications from the 1st of April last year until the end of March this year, so 12 months. An astonishing 700% increase on the previous voluntary scheme. 700% increase in the last 12 months. It's crazy. So it's obviously working. The people that are hacking or getting into our computers, whether it's phishing or however it might be, they're successful because the breaches are way up, 700% increase. Their first annual report that the OAIC showed malicious or criminal acts were the main source of data breaches. Many of those incidences are exploiting human vulnerabilities, whether it's clicking on an attachment or clicking on a fake email, or inadvertently advising or disclosing like their own password, whether it's to a computer or whether it's to your bank login or what have you. It's happening more and more. It's getting out of hand. It looks like that phishing is the main source of the hacking and things that are sort of happening to these people's computers. Their data breaches, this is how it's sort of all happening. They're basically sending out emails, or they're contacting them over the phone, which is still notifiable as an information technology breach or a cybersecurity breach. And they're using spear phishing, so they're using social engineering, or they're basically impersonating a trusted contact to obtain information. So, like everybody would know about, someone gets a call from a telecommunications company, Telstra as an example, where they pretend to be this person, please do this or please do that. Another one is we call and pretend to be Microsoft, or as an example, obviously I'm not saying Microsoft's doing that, but someone representing themselves, pretending to be Microsoft, or some sort of, web-based provider to try and update some details, saying you have a virus in your computer. They're going to call you to try and help you to get rid of it, and that's how they get into your computer. In almost 30% of cases, apparently, most of the people notifying the party is that they aren't unaware of how the breach happened. They had no idea of detecting the phishing-based, they have no idea how the threats come in, but obviously it has. There's cases where they'll come into your server and they'll actually put a lock over your server, but they may be in there for weeks or months at some stage, getting an idea of how your business works, how everything works. They can sometimes get access to your computer, your emails, and find out who you're emailing, what the wording is, what the name of your staff are, and actually personalizing an email from that staff member to one of your third-party contractors, sending them a bill with changed account details, and that person pays the bill. If it's a large organization, it can happen all the time. They go, oh, new account details, yep, here's an invoice, it looks legitimate, bang, pay it. That company's lost that money, and now you're not going to maybe get paid that money, or it's going to be even harder to get it out of that third party that owes the money to your company. So it's happening more and more. Like I said, increase of 700% of notifiable breaches. So I guess the main topic that I want to bring up out of all of this sort of in a bucket is that human error is the primary reason that these breaches are happening. There's other areas that are where they're coming in from, whether it's hacking or that sort of thing, but I still think over 30%, which is the major bulk of where the claims are coming from in one cluster, is over 35% is coming from human error. So whether it's clicking on the email, like I said, opening the attachment, which sometimes can be a zip file, like I said, paying that invoice with new account details. I had an account 2 weeks ago with a business that mentioned to me that they'd paid a bill, and it was $130,000 that they paid, and they're never going to get that back because it's gone to, they've notified the police, they've notified the contractor that apparently paid, but they're not going to get that back. Imagine if that was you or your staff, or you're working for a company as an accounts payable person, and you've made that payment without checking it. You pay 20 invoices a day, and it sort of becomes a bit monotonous, and you pay it and don't think about it. The change of account details, bang, done, sorted. So it's you have to be super careful with when you're organising to pay these invoices. Like I said, where my other company is contacted on more or less probably a bi-weekly occurrence, where someone's contacted me and said, can you help them? This person is a business friend of mine. They've been impacted by an online thief, or they've had this stolen or whatever. But we're happy to help them, or that company that I work with is. But unfortunately, this time there's not a lot that can sort of be done. Your cyberspace has already been infiltrated. You're already held at ransom. They've already taken the money. The best I can sort of suggest to do, not giving you too much advice, is that you need to just contact your IT security contractor. Obviously, if you're a business, you will already have one of those people that you deal with. If you don't, you need to get one on board. They can help monitor your backups, help with cloud-based backup systems, and just they can make sure that things aren't happening to your system, like keystroke counting software that can remember passwords, all that sort of thing that can help you in trying to stop this before it happens. Because at a certain point when it's already happened, unless you do a daily backup and it's backed up offsite, and so, it can be gone. And if money's taken or the phishing's happened successfully, then you can definitely be gone. So is your data saved in the cloud? It's just best to use a third-party IT contractor to help you manage those things. Unfortunate news is that with those massive increase of reported instances, likely that, and probably guaranteed, that you're going to have some sort of cyber breach. I mean, have you ever had your account details stolen via your credit card cancelled? You get the fraud squad call you on the phone while you're overseas or interstate or at home or at work, and they contact you and say, hey, we've had this, potential impact. Someone's taken some money from your account. Can you confirm this is theft? You say, no, I didn't make that transaction. Usually the way they track that is they might try and take 1 cent or $1 or a really small amount of money from your account. And then once they realize that's successful, bang, they might hit you for a few $100, more than a few hundred, maybe a few thousand, depending on how game they are. They might hit it a few different times. And then that's it. The fraud squad call you, they try to put a stop on it, they cancel your card. You don't have a card for 10 days or however long it takes to get a new card. So it's pretty important that you sort of consider that if that's happened to you, then likely it's going to happen as well, where your business is impacted, your computer's impacted. It's not just viruses or Trojans like they were once upon a time. It's massive viruses that get into your computer, and it's these people that just do it all day, every day, just hack computers. So if it's happened with your card, it might likely happen to your business or your own computer. The reports that I alluded to earlier sort of pinpointed to the things that you can do to help benefit that or benefit your position that you're in is staff education, taking that one more second to confirm that email is legitimate. I know it's just easy to click on an attachment and it won't open. You click on it again and you realise I've just opened a zip folder and bam, you're gone. Unless you've got really, really good antivirus systems and you have your IT consultant stopping that from being installed on your computer immediately, it's likely that they've already got you, or there's already some sort of virus in your computer. If you do something like that and you're unsure if it's not an actual legitimate email, but you don't think anything happened, definitely contact your IT provider immediately anyway, even if it's innocent. If they charge per call, wow, they might hit you with a $50 bill or something. Pay the bill, check that it's not real, and at least you've got that peace of mind that for the next month they're not in the back of your computer checking everything and researching and ready to hit your business or your personal accounts hard or your contractors hard. The great news is that, this is not such a great segment, but the great news is that most of the insurance companies that do provide these cyber type policies do actually give you almost a free service that if you take a policy with them, they'll actually come and assist to explain to your business, your staff, any of your accounts people, anyone that has an email address or a name at your business, on how to benefit themselves and stop this from happening, stop them from being impacted, and stop your business or yourself from being basically attacked or targeted, and to try and sort of mitigate from internally these issues that might occur. So I've listed some references below, whether it's Insurance Business Mag or this the Emergence website, Emergence on LinkedIn, Dawson Insurance, these different links below that with articles and different references that you can use, step processes on how to benefit yourself and try and mitigate these things before they happen. If you have any questions about what I've mentioned today, I know I brushed through it rather quickly and it's not a quick topic to go through. I'm happy to send you some more information, or you can just click on those links below. You can email us at theinsurancepodcast@outlook.com. I'll pop that down the bottom of the screen here. Otherwise, you can contact us via the social media. Like I mentioned before, Instagram is at The Insurance Podcast. Facebook is at The Insurance Podcast Australia, and Twitter is at The Insurance PC. So look, if you've got any questions, feel free to comment them in the video below. If you've got any queries, feel free to message us. It'd be awesome if you guys could like or share the video. Just share the love again, like I said at the start of the video. If you'd like me to talk about any topics, like has happened with this particular topic, you're welcome to contact me and ask any questions. So hope everybody has a great day, good week ahead. It's May, let's get amongst it. June is upon us, so everybody enjoy it before the busy season, and hope everyone's well. Thanks, take care, and smile at a stranger. Thanks guys, cheers, bye.